Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Young here and welcome to a behind the scenes look at the art of Skyrim Machinima. A lot of you guys who've been watching my Skyrim Machinimas have been wondering, Young, how the hell do you go about making some of these movies? I mean, they look pretty crazy, but it must be even crazier just to make them in the first place, to which I say that is absolutely correct. After all, Skyrim is a video game. It is not a filmmaking tool. You know, it was meant to be played, not to be filmed. But using a combination of console commands, mods, a lot of patience, and a little bit of critical thinking, you can definitely go about making some really fantastic looking Skyrim movies or Skyrim Machinimas just using, Skyrim along with a decent PC with fraps or any other sort of screen capturing hardware or software, along with input devices such as keyboard and mouse and an Xbox 360 controller. And I do recommend you get both input devices because they serve different purposes when it comes to camera work. Anyways, let's dive right into it, and what I'm going to do in this particular video is film a shot with you guys right here, right now. And I've actually already filmed this for the upcoming Skyrim movie, Dragonborn. Yes, folks, this is a segment from the upcoming 2-hour Skyrim movie, Dragonborn, coming on summer of 2013, and I've already filmed and it's already edited into the actual movie, but I'm just going to revisit this particular scene because I think it is a great scene to kind of introduce you guys to the basics. It's a very basic shot that I'm planning here, and I'll tell you guys in a second. But, yeah, and it also shows off some of the critical thinking skills that you need to have, when it comes to getting around some of the complexities that come with making a Skyrim Machinima. So yes, folks, and I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm not gonna say the context of the scene, why Dovahkiin's here, etc., etc. I'm just gonna just show you guys what goes into making just a few seconds of footage of a Skyrim Machinima. So let's dive right into it. And first things first, I'm going to talk about what exactly I'm going to film here, or what exactly I'm going to set up here to film. First of all, Dovahkiin's going to be facing out this way, and the camera's going to be around here, and while this whole thing happens, the camera's going to pan forward like so, and it's going to pan all the way back there somewhere, because that's where Dovahkiin is going to run to. So Dovahkiin's looking out this way, and he's going to turn around, run, get over here, and then he's going to turn around this way, and while he's doing all that, he's going to talk. He's actually going to be talking, and so when he turns around, you should be able to see his lips moving, and yeah, and then he's also going to have an angry face. He's gonna look agitated, and he's going to sound agitated. And when it comes to sounding agitated, of course, that's up to the voice actor, which we're not going to cover too heavily here. But that's essentially what I want Dovahkiin to do in this scene, and it is important that he runs around the trap. He doesn't activate the trap or anything because I don't want him to die. So, how do we go about doing this? Now, so brace yourselves because I'm going to go through this really quick. I'm not going to stop and explain every single little thing because, again, this is not a crash course. This is more like a preview, just showing off just what it takes just to get a few seconds of a Skyrim Machinima footage. So, I don't know, take notes or something because, and when it comes to like a crash course on Skyrim Machinima, I still have a lot to learn, so I'm not going to do one of those yet. But, you never know in the near future if this particular video is successful, and a lot of people want to know how the hell you go about, doing a Skyrim Machinima. You guys want to know, sort of, want to get like a crash course. I may do it, but I still have a lot to learn about Skyrim Machinimation, so I'm not going to do that until I really feel like I've mastered as much as possible. Anyways, back to making this particular shot happen. First things first, we're going to go TGM. That is the console command for God mode. You never, ever want to start filming without this because there are moments when, your character accidentally dies for whatever reason. I mean, for example, in this particular scene, we got this trap, and, my character may activate it by accident. And, I'm setting up a whole scene, and if I die in the middle of it, I have to reload everything and reset up everything. It's just a waste of time. So always make sure your character is in God mode. Now we need to clone our Dovahkiin because the NPC versions, or just the NPCs in general, are just easier to control and puppeteer, so to speak. So, player, place at me, and 7 is the player ID, or, the reference, or the base ID for the player character, and there he is. Now, see, you can see him, he's going to move around, he's going to do his own thing, and we don't want that. So, and we also want to reposition him so he's closer to here, rather than all the way over here. So, I'm going to use a TC command. I'm going to control this Dovahkiin, and I'm going to make sure he's exactly where I want him. I want him relatively close to the trap. And then here, I do T-move off, so disable all movement, so now I can move and kind of inspect everything. And perfect, I think that's a pretty good spot. And now, I'm going to use a mod known as Puppet Master, which comes with some items and some spells. This is the item that controls an NPC, so if I do this right now, probably won't bring up anything because I have not selected an NPC. So to do that, I need to use the Puppet Master NPC selector. It is a power. You use it like a dragon shout. You hit the Z button or whatever it may be in your case, and there you go. The red highlight indicates that I finally selected the NPC. Now I'm gonna go to the Puppet Master figurine NPC item, select that, and there it goes. And I also shortcutted it to the number 8, so that way I don't have to go into the menu all the time and can save a few seconds. So there you go, AI override. And you have to learn your way around this mod. This mod is pretty much vital if you want to make Skyrim Machinimas. It is the holy grail of Skyrim Machinimas. Without it, you really can't do much. So first of all, we're going to allow an AI override. And then we're going to have the NPC stay. Basically, we're going to have him stay still, not move anywhere, no matter what. So when I do that, there we go. Now he's going to stay still, which means... oh. Right, now that I still have control over this NPC because of the TC command, so I'm going to get back control over my character, like so. Now I'm controlling my character again. Okay, cool, so I don't need to control him anymore because I've already told him to stay still, which means I can activate movement again, and he shouldn't move anywhere. Good, now he's staying still, and this is just a reassurance. Make sure that he doesn't do anything that I don't want him to do. So now he's going to stay perfectly still no matter what. Cool, so now that we got Dovahkiin in position, now we got to find a way to make him run all the way back there and turn around. And that's actually pretty simple using the mod that I showed you guys. So now that I have Dovahkiin selected, I can... well, first things first, let's quick save. We're going to move back here. We're going to find exactly where we want him to stand, and I think around here is fine. Kind of... you know, not too close to the trap. And around here, then we're gonna... let's see... 8, AI override. Travel mark. This is the option you use for, you know, placing a travel marker where the NPC will travel to. So, travel mark. And he will also face exactly where you are facing. So, my player character is facing that way. So, when he comes all the way over here, the last thing he's going to do is turn around to make sure that he's facing the right way. So there you go. It's that simple when it comes to movement. So let's see first of all how that works out when we run it right here, right now. I'm going to quick save it. And let's see. Right, now that everything's set, all I got to do is AI override and hit the travel button, which essentially tells the NPC, okay, go to where I told you to go, which is the travel mark. So travel. And there he goes, but... and boom! Of course that's gonna happen. Right. The NPC is programmed to go the shortest way possible, and the shortest way possible is not around the trap, it is just to go forward, you know, in a straight line. And, well, he bit the dust. Well, let's quick load it. Good thing I quick saved it. And you always want to make sure you're saving as you're making the scene happen. And don't always rely on quick save. Make sure you're saving and labeling your saves as well by going save name, whatever name. So if you look at my save, for example, you got Bleak Falls. I got Bleak Falls 20 all the way down to 1. I got Keep, Dragon's Reach, Whiterun. All these things are labeled just to make sure that I know exactly where I left off, and in case I want to go back to them. And trust me, it happens. You never want to be like, okay, I'm done with the scene. Let's move on, delete the save. No. Always keep the save just in case until you're completely done with the project. Alright, cool. So, the big problem we have right now, well, there are two problems. First of all, Dovahkiin isn't running. He is walking. And second of all, he is touching that trap. He's going the shortest way possible, which is, you know, just go in a straight line. And we need him to go around this way specifically. I want him to go around this way. I mean, and some people may want him to go around this way, but I personally want him to go around this way. So, this is where the problem-solving skills come into place. First things first, we need to make him run, and that's actually a very easy problem to solve. 8, AI override. travel mode. This actually cycles through various modes of travel. The default, when you override the AI, is walking. But you can make the NPC run, then you can make him sneak, and then you can make him sneak run. Or sneak, the fast traveling sneak, not walking, but running. And it cycles through it in that order. So it's walk by default, then it goes to run, then it goes to sneak, then it goes to sneak travel. And you have to kind of keep that in mind as you are, as you're clicking this button. The reason I memorize this is because I've used it so many freaking times. It's going to take some time for you. But if you want to reset everything, you forgot exactly where the travel mode is. You hit the travel button again, and then it cycles back to the default, which is walk. So as soon as you hit travel, it goes back to walk, and then you can hit travel mode again and kind of keep in your mind what exactly you chose. So if we click travel mode one more time here, boom, now he's going to run. Or actually, no. That's not going to happen because right now he's not traveling, right? Yeah, I did not hit the travel button when I quick saved it. So I actually first have to hit the travel button. But if I hit the travel button, he's going to start moving. So to make sure that he doesn't move, I'm going to go T move off. That it disables all AI movement, which means every NPC in this game world except for me is not going to move anymore, no matter what. So now we can go 8 AI override travel, and he's not going to move. Although let me show you. If I do T move, he's going to move again. But we don't want that. So disabled movement once more. Quick load. Perfect. Now AI override travel. And then we're going to go AI override travel mode. And now he's going to run instead of walking, and we're going to quick save that. And perfect. Now he's going to run. So let's check out what happens. T move on. Oh, wow. Nope. Oh, I thought he was going to run around the trap, but he still bit the dust. But I don't know. I'm surprised that the AI was smart enough to run around the trap for a second there, but it didn't work out too well. But the NPC died again because he could not avoid the trap. So, T move off, quick load. Make sure that he doesn't move. Because right now he's set to travel, when I quick saved it. So always make sure that he doesn't move, by going T move off. Anyways, alright, what do I do now? So, now we have to make the NPC just run around this way, avoid the trap, and then turn around. And he will actually turn around. We haven't seen it yet because he just keeps dying because of the trap. But you guys will see. For now, but right now, the focus is we need to make sure he doesn't activate the traps. And here's my solution to that, and there may be other ways to do this. My solution is to make a wall, an invisible wall, here and here, place 2 invisible objects here and here, and that way the AI knows, oh, I can't go through here, so I gotta go this way, and he goes around, blah blah blah, and does his thing. So let's see. What I usually do is just place NPCs. I'm gonna use my own character. So player place at me 7, and then that's 1, and we actually need 2. There it is. So there's 2 NPCs that I need, and I'm gonna use these guys as sort of to create sort of a wall. Make sure that this Dovahkiin, the one that I want to use to run back there, make sure that he doesn't activate the trap. So now the reason they're not moving right now is because I disabled AI movement. So T move, it's off right now. So what I want to do to make sure that I only move one individual, because I want to move, say, this guy. I want to move him to the trap button so that he's in the way, and this Dovahkiin doesn't activate it. And so first things first, we're going to disable the AIs that we don't need. So we do that by using the TAI command. So I say tie just to remember easier. So this guy's off, and this guy's off, and now I'm going to control this guy, and now he's not going to move because T move is off. Toggle movement is off. We're going to toggle movement back on, and as you guys can see, he's not traveling because I disabled his AI. He's perfectly still. He's not even breathing. He's pretty much like a mannequin now. Same with this guy. So we're going to move this guy, and here's a puzzle that we need to solve. There's actually various ways to do this, but here's my way. We need to make sure that this Dovahkiin lands on the button without activating it. So here's my solution to that. T move off. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, Actually, T-move on. Let's move him a little back because I feel like the trap may actually get him. So T-move off. Okay, perfect. Let's see, I'm gonna quick save it here. And what I'm gonna do is activate the trap, and as it is pulling backwards, I'm gonna take the NPC and put him on the button, and because the trap doesn't activate again until it resets completely. So here's what I'm gonna do. Make sure TGM, make sure God mode is on, perfect, and boom. Okay, now I'm gonna stay here so that the trap doesn't fully recover. I think, did it fully recover? No, it hasn't fully recovered yet. So T-move on, perfect. And now I'm gonna move the NPC around until he gets on the trap. Like that, like so. There you go. Now see, the trap isn't completely back yet. It hasn't completely resetted because I am on the way. Now, I go T-move off, and then I get out of the way, and the trap resets, and I got an NPC sitting on top of the button, and it hasn't activated, and it is perfect. He is the perfect kind of barrier to make sure our real NPC here doesn't activate the trap. Now, he's a little obtrusive for the scene. We don't want him there because it looks really weird, so we can make him invisible, like so. Set actor alpha, 0. And now he is invisible. And that is that. And to make sure he doesn't move, I'm going to disable his AI, and I'm going to relinquish control because now he is completely disabled. He's now a mannequin. The TAI button, the TAI command is like the mannequin button. It mannequinizes people. So now he's a mannequin. Let me show you. Set actor alpha 1. See, he's just completely a mannequin. He's not even breathing. So now we set it back to 0. Now that we got that out of the way, we're going to move this NPC all the way over here. So let's do that right now. TC, movement on, T-move. Oh, and I gotta enable his AI again. I gotta de-mannequinize him, so to speak. And now we move this guy here so that he doesn't go this way. So there, that's fine. And so now I do TAI. His AI is off. Now he's not even moving or breathing. TC, relinquish control because I don't need that anymore. And set actor alpha 0. Now we got an invisible wall right here, and this Dovahkiin should not go through here anymore because look, I even can't go through here. Look, see? And if I try to do this, I can't do it because the NPCs are in the way, which means that Dovahkiin will definitely, for sure, go around this way. And it also means that since the NPC is standing on top of the trap already, this NPC is not gonna activate the trap no matter what. Anyways, quick save. Make sure that we save always. Make sure we don't have to reset, when the NPCs die by accident or when you die by accident. And now, okay, now we're going to check out the results. We're going to say TAI on and make sure T-move is on. And well, actually, let's first do T-move off. Whoa, what happened? Oh, what the hell? See, one of the weird things about Skyrim, just glitches you're going to have to deal with. So let's take this guy, T-move on, and move him back again using the TC command, which is to directly control the NPC, and T-move off. All right, perfect. Let's quick save it. All right, now let's make sure that he does exactly what I want him to do. So let's go. First of all, let's relinquish control, TC. Now he's back in AI mode, and now we are going to say T-move on, and he should run around. Excellent. And then turn around. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, there are two things left that we need to do. First of all, we need to have Dovahkiin equip the exact weapon combination that I have right here, which is an iron sword, a long bow, along with a few iron arrows. So, how do we do that? And second of all, we actually need to make sure that he's talking while he's running. So when he turns around, he should be moving his lips. And we'll handle that last. Right now, let's give him all the equipment that I have. So let's quick load. Excellent. Now here's the command that you need to use to give weapons and items to an NPC. The two major ones are add item and equip item. Add item simply adds the item but doesn't, equip it. And equip item equips the item. He actually gives it to him. So equip item. Well, first of all, we need to know the IDs. All the weapons and NPCs and objects here have IDs that, represents them. So first of all, we need to find the ID for the iron sword. So we just do that by going help iron sword 4. And this is kind of the Google search of Skyrim. Whenever you say help something 4 in quotes, you need the quotes, it searches for that specific item. Whatever you type. So that means that you do need to know the names of your items. So you need to play Skyrim and kind of find out about that or look in the internet. So now you get all these types of iron swords, but we're going to look for the very top one, which is the vanilla iron sword. No strings attached. So now we're going to go equip item 12EB7. Although here's the quirk. If he does not have the item in his inventory, it's not going to equip the item. The reason I can do it right now is because I cloned my own character, and my own character does have the iron sword in his inventory. But normally, what you'd have to do for an NPC that doesn't have an iron sword equipped or an iron sword in the inventory is go add item 12EB7 1, and that says add 1 iron sword to his inventory. And I'm not going to do that because I don't want to give him an extra sword. But that's what you normally would have to do. And then, so instead we go equip item 12EB7 1, and that should give him the iron sword. So boom, that's 1 down, and we have 2 to go. Now next, let's give him some iron arrows. So help arrow iron, wow, 4. And the reason it's named this way for me is because I downloaded a mod that names everything a little differently. Normally in vanilla Skyrim it would be iron arrow instead of arrow-irons, but this is just a mod. So, you're gonna have to search for, whatever you have. So equip item 1397D, and I'm gonna give him 10 arrows. It works for arrows. You don't have to add the items. I don't think so. Certain items you don't actually have to add them first before you equip them. Like armors, for example, if he doesn't have a certain type of armor in the inventory, you can still equip it. But for weapons, for some reason, like iron swords, it's not going to work if he doesn't have the weapon in his inventory. I don't know, it's weird. Quirky Skyrim, what can I say? So now we got 2 out of 3. Here is what we need to do to get the 3rd item equipped. Now keep in mind, in regular Skyrim, you can't equip a bow and a bow and an iron sword at the same time. So what I have right now is actually a mod. It's called Armed to the Teeth Easy Version. And there's the hard version, which has the most endorsements, but this is the easy version because it works universally, not just with your character. And it's a quirky mod, but it works. And how you get your character to do it is, with this mod, is by favoriting the weapons that you want to physically be able to see Dovahkiin have equipped. So, look, I only have arrows and a longbow equipped, but the iron sword is not equipped, and yet it shows off, it shows up right there. The reason being, I have it favorited. If you can see right here, the little star here says it's favorited, and if you check in my favorites, there is the iron sword. So any weapon that you favorite is going to show up on your character, on your Dovahkiin. So that's how the mod works. Now, so when I downloaded this mod, I was wondering how the hell do you get to do this on an NPC? Because no matter what you do, like if I, for example, right now do help longbow 4, and I say equip item 3B562. Look, the iron sword disappears, the longbow reappears, and but I can't get both of them there. So, I was looking for a solution, and I actually came across it by accident because, again, Skyrim is quirky, and they're, just crazy workarounds for certain things. And here's what I came up with. So, first of all, let's quick save it. What we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to disable the character. This kind of removes him from the game world. And like so. Now he's completely invisible. He's not just invisible, he's actually not there. These NPCs back there, they're actually there, they're just invisible. You'll actually collide with them. Not so with this guy, he's completely gone. So we're gonna disable him first, and then we're gonna say equip item longbow. And since he already has the arrow and the iron sword equipped, I only have to, wait, what am I doing? Sorry. Help longbow. Actually, I already have, that's longbow, and the reason I know is because, I've already done this a million times, but, what was I saying? Right, so, normally what you would do is, if he doesn't have any of the weapons equipped, you would actually, disable him, and then equip all the items at once, while he is disabled, and then enable him again. the game memorizes, the weapons that he has equipped, even though you disable them. And you can actually re-enable NPCs as well. So, right now, the game knows that he has the iron arrows and the iron sword equipped, so we don't have to give him every single item again. All we have to do now is, while he is disabled, equip the longbow, like so, and then re-enable him, and watch. Well, he's naked now, but now he has the iron sword and the longbow and the arrows equipped all at once, like me. And now he's an identical clone, except that he is freaking naked, so I need to give him some clothes. So, disable, give him all the weapons that you need to give him, enable, and you should see your NPC have all the weapons equipped at once. And again, keep in mind, you do need to have the Arm to the Teeth easy version mod installed. So, what do we do now? We need to give him some clothes, right? So, help, iron armor 4, there it is, equip item 12E49, help, iron helmet 4, equip item 12E4D. I just typed hell because, it's shorter and it still finds it. You don't have to type full words, as long as it's close enough. Iron gaunt 4, equip item 12E46, help, iron bow 4, equip item 12E4B. So, there it is. Perfect. Look at that. He is now an identical copy of my Dovahkiin. As you guys can see right here, he's an identical copy, and now we can proceed to make him run around and do his thing that I told him to do. So, let's quick save it. And let's have him do his thing. Let's see what happens. So, let's go T-move on and see what happens. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. That is exactly what I want him to do when he's turning around. Perfect. Now, there are two things that are missing from this particular scene. Let's just T-move off, quick load. Make sure that he doesn't travel when I quick load. So now he stands perfectly still. There are two things that are missing. One thing that's missing is that he needs to have an aggravated face. Right now he's just all casual, like, what's up, dude? No, that's not the look we want from for this particular scene, because he's aggravated. Why he's aggravated, you'll have to find out when you watch the movie. So to do that is simple. It's all in this Puppet Master mod. It's called Puppet Master. Search it on Google. I was about to say Google Nexus. I meant Skyrim Nexus. Yeah, go to Skyrim Nexus. Search Puppet Master. On the search bar, and then sort by endorsements. It should be the highest endorsed. So I hit the 8 button, which is the shortcut key to the Puppeteer NPC item. Then we go to miscellaneous. Facial. Next, disgusted. And look at that. His face changed to something really disgusted, like he just saw like a little piece of shit on the ground or something. That's the look he has. And that's the look that I need for this particular scene, so it is perfect. Now, the last thing that we need to do is make him talk when he gets all the way back there. While he's turning around. We don't need to see him talk when he has his back turned, he doesn't need to talk then, because we can't see his lips moving anyway, so there's no need to make him talk when he has his back turned. But what we do need to see is his lips move when he's turning around, because by then his lips become visible. So here's a solution to that, and it's actually quite simple, but you may not think of these things right on the spot because you haven't done this yet. I've already done this scene before, which is why I can move so fast, but I think first time I tried to do all this, it took me like over an hour, maybe more, because I had to kind of figure things out by myself. Anyways, essentially what I'm going to do is stay here, stand right here, and talk to him as soon as he lands on the location where I assigned for him, where I put the travel marker at. So, let's, first of all, let's make sure that we are on the right location. We're going to quick save it here, and we're going to say T-move on. We're going to have him travel here, and see if this is the right location. Nope, that was not the right location. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he actually went all the way around me, and then to here. We don't want that, so we need to go a little further back. Make sure that we give him enough room. So, let's quick load. And there you go. And I apologize for my sniffings and all that. I do have some morning allergies for some reason. Anyways, that was perfect. And I need to get a little closer to be able to talk to him. There you go. So that's a perfect location. So let's T-move off. And move him a little closer, like so. Quick save it. T move on. And we just keep doing this. It is a constant trial and error process that we have to continue doing until we get it right. And there it is. And now we can still talk to him. Perfect. Maybe move a little back. A little further back. Yeah. Let's move a little further back. Let's see. Maybe here. Ah, I didn't save it. Crap. Nope, that was not. That would not have been good anyways. So good thing I didn't save it. T move off. F9 to quick load, and yeah, I think this is fine actually. Let's see. T move on. Let's see. Perfect. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. It's good enough. So, what do we do from here? Now it's time, now that we have the whole scene set up, now it is time to film it. And of course, I'm not going to film it for real because I'm already filming everything with Fraps because I want to make this video for you guys. So I'm not going to really film it for real, and I've already filmed it. It's already in the final movie. So, but I'm going to show you guys how I would go about making the camera work, how I would use the camera. So, let's see. First things first, T move off, quick load. And here is the holy grail of all Skyrim Machinima commands, the TFC command. Toggle free camera. I type 0 because it's just I'm just used to it. You can just type, you know, TFC and the camera will get off the character, and my character turns invisible because I was in first person. So if I was in third person, he would still be there. But he turns invisible in first person. That's just the thing that happens. So TFC 0, same thing. But if you type TFC 1, it makes everything stop. It makes the whole game just completely stop. Like time completely stops while your camera is flying around. So if you want to, for some reason, freeze everything when you toggle free camera mode, then you type TFC 1, but I don't need that right now, so I'm not going to do that. But now that my camera's off the character, I can move him around however I like. You know, I can move him up and down, left and right, you know, all axes, you know, X, Y, and Z. So, now what we need to do is place the camera in front of Dovahkiin. And now the camera right now is going way too fast, so I'm going to use the sucksum command. And yes, guys, I did say sucksum. It helps me remember the command, so whatever, don't judge. 2. Bam. Now that should be a pretty good speed. Yeah, that's a pretty good speed. And, you know, if I type 1, it's going to be a little slower, but I think 2 is fine. So, now before I actually go about, you know, filming this particular shot, I want to talk a little bit about the difference between keyboard and mouse and an Xbox 360 controller. Right now, as you guys can tell, I've been using the keyboard and mouse. Now, the keyboard and mouse are great for precision. So, say I want to pan on Dovahkiin's face in this particular scene. So he's right here, and I want to pan on that face right there. So now what I can do is, first of all, find his face, make sure it's center, and then just zoom out, and then record, hit that record button, zoom in, and look, it perfectly goes to Dovahkiin's face because this is digital input. Forward is just forward. There's no forward, maybe a little bit to the left. There's no forward, maybe a little bit to the right. It's just forward. And of course you can do diagonal, but the diagonal goes exactly 45 degrees. It never goes anything more or anything less. And when you go back, it goes back. When you go forward, it just goes forward. It doesn't, you know, it's not like an analog stick where maybe you can go 1 degree to the left, maybe 1 degree to the right, maybe just half a degree, whatever, which can make a huge difference in camera work. Let me show you. So let's go to the Xbox 360 controller option. There you go. Now, so let me show you. As you guys can see, with the Xbox 360 controller, say I want to pan, first of all, let's find his face, which is right there. Say I want to pan back. See, already you can tell that the camera went off because when I hit the back button, or when I hit back on the analog stick, I went a little bit to the left. So if I hit forward again, you know, you have to, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of quirky because it's not exactly forward, it's 1 degree to the left or 1 degree to the right or whatever it is. So you have to kind of really manipulate the camera, and it looks a little wonky that way. It's not precise. It's not just forward. It's forward with maybe going a little to the left, maybe forward going a little to the right, because the Xbox 360 has analog input. And for this particular scene, we don't want that. But what the Xbox 360 controller is fantastic for is for smooth camera. Let's put it this way. Let's first actually try with a PC keyboard and mouse, and I'll show you guys. So say I want to just have the camera rotate around Dovahkiin. This is what it looks like with a keyboard and mouse. Look, it looks alright, and that's because I've had practice, but honestly, it's a little jittery, if you guys can tell. It's not like smooth. It's just, I don't know. And maybe it's not right now, but once you witness the Xbox 360 controller version, you guys will see it's a very sort of, it's so much smoother. So let me show you guys right now. So let me show you guys right here. So let's say I want to pan the camera around Dovahkiin. Watch this. Look at that. Look how smooth and beautiful that looks. That is with the Xbox 360 controller. And another great thing about the Xbox 360 controller is that you can choose the speed of the camera. You don't have to stick to one speed. With a keyboard and mouse, it's a digital input. You hit forward and it just accelerates, instantly. It goes from, 0 to whatever many miles per hour instantly. With the Xbox 360 controller, because it has an analog stick, which is an analog input, you can go slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. You can choose the speed of your camera. And what this particular command does is it sets the top speed. So, sucksum 20. Now it goes really fast, but you can still kind of go a little slow like so. See if you really control the analogs, you can still go pretty slow, and you can go really fast, slow and fast. You can progressively go from slow to fast, like so, and you can do a lot of things with the Xbox 360 controller. With the PC, all you can get is the top speed because it is digital input. It doesn't sense pressure or anything. It just says on, and then it goes off, on and off. That's just digital input for you. So, but in this particular case, we can just use the keyboard and mouse. So, let's see. So, sucksum 2, that's good speed. We want precision, not smoothness here. And, when it comes to just going forward, it is smooth enough. I mean, we don't need anything else from that. So, let's try to predict. We want him center both when he is standing here in front of me right now, and when he gets all the way back there. So, I believe this is around the location where Dovahkiin lands when he is done running. So let's try it out. Let's quick save it. And one of the great things about the TFC mode, the toggle-free camera mode, is that when you save and load, it saves the exact location in which your camera was in. So it allows you to get multiple angles for a particular scene. So, for example, right now, this is the camera angle I saved the game in, right? So say now I want another angle. Now I want this angle right here. And let's hit quick load and see what happens. Bam. It's in that exact same location. Even though I saved it here, the toggle-free camera kind of memorizes your location and loads it exactly where you are situated. So if you want to now, load that very same moment, but in this camera angle, I don't know, you just want to see this guy, quick load. Bam. And there he is. And it's that exact same save file. It's just different camera angles. That's how you get different camera angles. So anyways, we're gonna load it from here now because that's what we need, and we're gonna try to calculate the camera because it is so precise. You really have to kind of really try to be as precise as possible when it comes to setting up the camera. So let's see. Because this is a keyboard and a mouse, you can't really control the camera with analog input like with an Xbox 360 controller. So hold on, let's see. Let's quick save it here. T-move, see what happens. And we hit forward and watch. See, it is already looking very cinematic. And look, I bet I missed the target. The target is a little more to the left here. Up here somewhere. And let's go back like that. And now, like, whenever I go forward, it'll always hit that exact marker that I placed, because it's just digital input. It'll always go to this exact location. Let's actually go to his face. There you go. Now we're going to go back, and then we're going to quick load and use this exploit to our advantage. So now we're going to quick load, and now we're at that exact same camera angle. And watch. Look, now we hit forward, and the camera's moving, and we see Dovahkiin's face exactly where we wanted. So, the last thing that we need to do now is to make sure that Dovahkiin is talking. So, T-move off. Quick load. And now what we're going to do is, as soon as he sort of, reaches that particular marker that I placed for him, we're going to hit the E button, which is the action button, and we're going to have my character, which is already there, talk to the NPC. So let me show you guys. T-move on. Boom, and camera moves forward, 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 forward. And as soon as he gets there, boom, talk. And look at that. He's talking. And that's a wrap, actually. That was pretty good. Mine looked a little better because I think I got a better camera angle. Right now it's a little tilted, and it looks kind of weird, but it's good enough. But, I mean, as you guys can see, it's a lot of problem solving when it comes to making movies with Skyrim. I mean, it's just, you have to think a lot and make sure that you know what you're doing here. So you know what, let's try one more time just to show you guys once more exactly how I would use the camera. So, quick load. So again, for this particular scene, I want the camera to pan forward, and I want Dovahkiin to be center all the time, and as soon as Dovahkiin turns around, I want him to talk. So, what I do is T-move on, and then I hit the record button. So pretend I just hit the record button, and then I go console, forward, and then just hold it there, E. He's talking, and overshoot. I always overshoot, make sure that I get everything that I need. You never want to undershoot. You never want to be like, oh, this is exactly where I want to stop. You never want to stop exactly where you want to stop. You always want to stop, a little more forward. You continue shooting until you really see footage that you can't use. So, once you get through Dovahkiin, that footage is pretty much useless, and that kind of gives you a good indication that, that's a good time to stop recording, so stop recording. Hey, look, you can add the voice here and make me look like I'm talking. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is a wrap when it comes to this one particular shot. As you guys can see, it takes a while just to make a few seconds of footage, but once you get there, I mean, it is satisfying. You get the footage that you want, and you combine them, and you realize that it looks really good, and it's so worth it. And I hope you guys learned a lot from this particular segment. I know I was going really fast, and the reason for that is because it just takes, if it takes this long just to set up this one particular scene, imagine how long it's going to take just to explain everything about Skyrim Machinima. It's just going to take days, weeks maybe, worth of videos, because it's such a complex art form, so to speak. But it can definitely be learned, and the thing I recommend for those aspiring machinimators is to do it. Just take that leap and jump in there and just start doing it. You're going to be really slow and clumsy at first, but trust me, with time you're going to get really good at this. And once I master this, I may kind of do some kind of crash course, but for now, I still don't think I've mastered it, even after a whole year of having machinimated various films. I still have a lot to learn, so until then, I'm just going to kind of tease you guys little bits here and there, and this is just a preview. I hope you guys kind of realize the amount of work and effort that goes into making just one shot, so imagine how much effort goes into making an entire movie. But I'm definitely going to make sure that this movie gets completed on summer of 2013, and I hope you guys look forward to the Dragonborn movie coming on summer of 2013. And I hope you guys enjoyed the segment. I hope you guys learned a lot, whether you are a machinimator or whether you're just curious to see how one of these things are made. Here it is. Here's a little preview. And trust me, I've just scratched the surface. But be sure to subscribe to my channel, Young Yeah. Be sure to join the NASIAN if you haven't done so yet. And look forward to the next segment, whatever it may be, a news update or another movie. And I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much, and Dialog out.